Hello guys, I'm Crudeless and welcome back to another guide. This one is going to be in two parts. The first one is going to be a comprehensive guide on leveling from 90 to 100. Now the second video is going to be all about what to do at max level. So I'm going to show you how to get some easy gear pieces, ways to increase your item level so you're ready for raiding before Legion hits. So just click the annotations below if you wanted to see the other video. I'm going to upload them at the same time, so just pick and choose what you want. Of course, if you're going to level, I recommend that you watch the leveling video first and then the gear video afterwards. Now the question I ask myself is, what can I do differently with this video? Because there are lots of guides out there that show you how to level extremely quickly by using XP potions, by doing the events, speeding through the leveling process, basically doing it as quickly as possible. But during so, you miss out on a lot of good stuff that you have to redo later. So you have to go back and get it done at level 100. So this guide, I'm going to be very thorough. I'm going to show you some important things that you're going to want to have with you on your leveling journey, while still keeping up a quick pace, which is adequate enough. This guide will save you about 4,000 gold by getting these two items that I show you on the screen right now, which is the comprehensive guide to the outpost building and the regular outpost building manual thingy, which both you're gonna get two of the comprehensive one and one of the other one, and these are basically traded in Ashran for a free schematic for your garrison. So they are really valuable and they're easy to get during the leveling process. I don't know if many people go back and get these, but they are easy gold because each quest takes like 15 minutes to 20 minutes. I recommend doing these. Additionally, you will get a lot of followers, which can basically kickstart your money-making schemes once you reach 100. And you can also teach these guys the Hearthstone card boost ability, which will increase your leveling of your new followers you'll be aiming to get via the inn. And finally, I'm going to show you how to get a follower with herbalism skill and mining skill for your herbalist garden and your mine chart in the garrison. Now, as to what I'm going to level a frost mage. This character came with the Warlords of Draenor account boost, which I bought for a second account I have during the winter sale. So he is already boosted to 90 once we start the video. I figured it would be a good idea to level a boosted character because he starts without any spells and talents, which makes the introduction part during the Tanaan jungle invasion really a lot more difficult. I'm using heirlooms and I have the flying mount skill, just so you're aware of that. I also used the Garrison resource XP potion, which costs 100 resources per potion, and I chose to level up Pandaren because he gains rested experience twice as fast as other characters, which made the process of recording this a little quicker. The whole recording of this video from leveling from 1 to 100 took me 4.5 hours, and I am positive that you are going to do this even quicker. So let's get started, shall we? So here we are in the Blasted Lands. We are starting out here with our Pandaren. The first thing you want to do is you want to start out by creating your macros and setting up your key bindings and your action bars. I'm not using many action bars here. You see the little square I have in the bottom of the middle of the screen there. That's all the slots I have for my action bars because I usually use macros and shift modifiers and stuff like that. I start out without any spells. I only have the water elemental with its freeze ability, and I have frostbolt. But I have prepared another macro for the spells I'm going to use later, like ice lance and frostbolt. Here you see me putting on some heirlooms. You're gonna need those for the experience bonus they give us and the additional stats. Now at level 90 you don't get much bonus from the heirlooms because they are scaled to fit a top level Pandaren player. Sorry, Mr. Pandaria player. But when you get to 91, they will get a great speed increase. Starting out, you need the add-on auto turn-in if you want to be hasty. This one is really good. You can set it to all quests, and it will basically turn in and accept any reward you set the parameters for. So you go into rewards here, and you select the different weapons and armor for your classes. So in this case, since I'm a mage, I'm setting up daggers, staves, and wands, and one-handed swords. I guess I didn't select wands there. Oh well. Select cloths, jewels, necks, and the offhand. If you are a warrior, you might choose shield. If you're a paladin, shaman. and choose the additional stats you want, and greed if nothing is found. That makes sure you just get loot from the if you don't get any of the parameters, it will select the one that is worth the most gold. Now we start the event, and I'm going to check my playtime once we enter through the dark portal. And here we go, /played. We are currently at 13 minutes. That's how long it took me to set up. I screwed up here because I had to fix some action bars again, so I dismissed the quest, and I accept the quest again, and check my playtime once more, and it's at 15 minutes this time. So that's how long I actually spent setting up recordings and preparing the macros. Now we're going to start off the quest, and this involves blasting off the two pyramids at each side of the dark portal. I've tried to avoid the guys on the wolves. They are pretty dangerous if you start out with just one spell like me. But, you know, it's a challenge. And in here you see the other one with Tarangor Fiend. And he has some orc guards there. Now we go back up to Mr. Khadgar here, and we get the next quest, which involves releasing Gul'dan from his prison. And you do this by breaking these 3 rocks and the march he has underneath him, the pattern of some demonic souls or something. And once we are done with that, we will see Khadgar and his crew move towards the jungle. And here you will get some more quests that involve killing some bleeding hollow orcs, I think, and dismantling their huts with a fireball. Yeah. So you just walk next to the huts, and you use the little button that pops up in the middle of the top screen there. Killing these guys it's a lot easier if you don't have a boosted character, because you start out with some more spells and talents. I have no talents at all. I have not gained any spells yet either, so I just have these 2 spells. I guess gained Ice Lance there back at the quest. And we turn that in, we move towards the other place here, and we turn in the quests, and now we get some gear. Don't want to swap that out with the heirlooms, even though their stats are better currently. But we get the experience bonus from the heirlooms. Now you need to destroy the blood orbs at each side and one at the top of this altar. The bleeding hollow orcs apparently very into blood magic and the bleeding. Obviously, that's why they call the Bleeding Hollow. And you go to the Khadgar, and he destroys the bridge, and you get some new spells. You get Frostfire Bolt, which I put down on my action bar as well. And we also have Polymorph, which could help in CC situations. Make your way down to the fire here and release, I guess it's Drekthar and the Draenor guy, Maladar. I'm not sure. You get another quest. This one involves going and surviving 100 kills in Kargath's arena. This one, I've tried this many times, and you don't really have to fight at all. You can let the NPCs fight for you. Just stand there and AFK if you want to. But since we're doing this rather hastily, we want to, contribute to the the overall goal here. And once you reach 99, I joined a guild there just for the speed boost. Once you're on the mount, and you also get Mass Resurrection if you're in a guild. So that's why I did it. Now in 99, Khadgar will go and say he owes Khadgar 1 more kill, and we get some more quests inside the hut here. Usually when I'm in here, I make my way up to the top left corner of the cave, beat the first boss there, killing enemies on the way, because you need to kill some of the smaller enemies, and 3 bosses. But there are only 2 bosses you have to kill, because the last one is already taken care of. So I had to eat there because I'm taking a lot of damage actually. That's the first boss, and we take that down. Make sure you one-shot the totem, not the elemental she summons. Make your way over to the opposite side, and here is the next boss. Right behind that boss is a hole in the ground next to like a plank. I usually jump down here as a shortcut. And at the end, you'll find Yrel, an important character. She already dismantled the orc you were supposed to kill, and she joins you back up here, becoming one of the most important character of the expansion. Make sure to turn in all the quests and pick all of them up, because I forgot one of them from Exarch Maladar. Yes, it was Maladar. And we get some new spells. We get Blink. Now we go to fight the next boss. He is the Breaker guy, and Ner'zhul will show up, and we'll be teleported out. Next quest involves getting a lot of these iron armaments, which drops from some of the enemies and also are stacked in these bundles along the wall there, one on each side of this building. You can also see that there are some enemies that are carrying around a large bunch of the items, like that guy, and he'll drop even more if you kill him and loot him. Now we're back, turning in the quest to Marad, and we get a cutscene, and we're supposed to clean out the remaining enemies with our new spells. We actually got some new funsies here. Yeah, so you gotta kill 15 of the orcs and 3 of the large Ogrons, I guess they're called. Learned that when I'm doing the other leveling video. And the Ogrons are quite strong, but you get help from NPCs all around. And once you've done that, these quests are, by the way, equal for Horde and Alliance. Later I'm going to do Alliance side, as this Pandaren is Alliance, if you didn't know, by the NPCs which you're currently traveling with. You pick up these quests here from the dwarves. This one involves blowing up the house here with the powder keg by walking back to the explosive thingy, and boom, there we go. And you also need to talk to Gunnar here and release him. Then we got some new spells. Kill this boss fella in this cave down at the western side of the pools. I guess it's the eastern side because we're going south. Oh, never realized that. I also got some new talents. I chose Flame Glow. Gotta keep my efficiency up. Now we're almost done with non-jungle. This intro area is entirely skippable if you have someone to summon you, as I show you in the other video I'm doing with the extreme power leveling thingy in that video. But in this one we kill this Gron here, which is the Ogron's big daddy. We go here and we talk to, I guess this is one of the dwarf fellas. And here's a trick. Once you are in the cannon here, you can actually shoot twice by double tapping one while you spam the mouse click button. You can do this in many of these vehicle sections, and it'll make it go twice as fast because you shoot twice as quickly. So make sure you do that by moving the mouse around while spamming one and the left mouse button. This quest isn't really hard at all. You can just spam your attacks and it'll be done. Now you blow up the dark portal, get a cutscene, which is quite epic to watch actually. And then we run away. Run away, little girl. Run away. Once we reach the bay, you will be shipped to your faction's new base and your future garrison. And we'll be shipped off with Marad to find Velen. Now, as you can see, our playtime is currently 53 minutes. You gotta, if you subtract the 15 minutes, there we have the actual time we're currently on. Okay, so next off, we're getting some of our last talents there, and we're gonna head off to the top, and you get the quest completed once you reach the top of the like burial area up here. And you get some quests from Khadgar as well as Marad there, and you need to gather some lumber and defeat some of the local ravens, and we do that. Once you're done, this quest is fairly simple. So our goal currently is to get our garrison, of course, and reach level 92. And then we're heading off to the next area of the game, which is called Gorgrond. This is Shadowmoon Valley, by the way. And here you click the flags to gather the lumber. The next fight is the last one before we get to the garrison, and this one is a boss. Make sure you don't pull him back like I did there, because he resets. Make sure you fight him inside the cave, preferably, and you take him down, and you will finally get the garrison. I realized I picked the wrong talent there. I want the Frost Nova, Ice Nova thingy instead. And now we get the Garrison. Wonderful. The one thing you want to do now is you want to gather up some resources. You can either use an Ogre Cache, which you can buy on the auction house for 3k gold, or you can purchase this item, because we're going to purchase a accelerated learning potion from this guy, but you have to be level 91 to use that. Currently on 42 minutes in, they're 42 minutes in currently. So you want to camp here and make sure you log out and wait a bit of time in real life and go back. As you can see, I have not played anymore. I've just logged back in and logged back out to get some more garrison resources. So I need to purchase this potion, but I can't yet. But as you can see, I'm almost level 91. So there's some treasures around. One is up here if you need to ding, and there are 3 more, I think, in the garrison. So I buy 5 of these because I'm planning to spend 4.5 hours. That's 1 for each hour. There is 1 treasure up there on the behind the shed there, 1 on the cart, and 1 besides the big house, and 1 outside the garrison entrance. Now those will eat up your rested experience. Also 1 here under the water area. You dive into the cave. Those treasures, as they're called, will eat up your rest experience, but they will stack with the you get more experience with the experience boost and the rested experience. So yeah, 1 more over here. We're gonna do the quest up here by killing the pale ones, as they're called, and kill the boss here. He can reset if you pull him on the stairs there. If you mess up, be careful. So in here, in this cave, is also a treasure. You want to pick up these treasure because they give you as much experience as a quest does. So later on, we spend a lot of time actually just flying around picking up treasures, which is one of the keys in doing this leveling guide, along with the events and doing the right quests. Now you get to build your first building by learning the blueprint. You build the barracks. Barracks is the first building. And we fly further down here to Kiana Moonshadow to get her. You can just talk to her and move back. You don't have to fight the wolves actually if you aggro them. And here you learn to send your followers out on missions. That's fairly simple, easiest quest in the game. Next off, you have to decide what quest you choose, and you speak to Irel here. I actually decided to get some glyphs. As you can see, I was glyphless, so I put on some of these glyphs to give me some advantages in fighting. For example, the Cone of Cold and the Icelands glyph. And now you do the Irel quest by flying down here to Embody Village. You talk to Samara there, and you go down and pick up the rest of the quests. These quests are introductions for the first leveling part, this first part of the story that gives you the Garrison level 2 in Shadowmoon Valley. You don't have to do many of these quests depending on how far you are leveled, and because you can leave Shadowmoon Valley once you are level 92, and I recommend you do that actually, but you will get your Garrison upgraded once you do these quests regardless of your level. So here is one of the children you need to rescue. She has another quest for you, which involves just throwing the buckets there of water down on the fires. Just put out 3 other fires and you will get her released. Another treasure right there next to the last child Draenor. And once you've closed all the void portals and killed all the monsters, the orcs, you go back to Velen, who's now at Embody Village because it has been invaded by Ner'zhul with his void monster there that he summons through the portal. And yeah, Ner'zhul not happy. And once you kill the void monster, you get another quest from Velen and an optional quest from that leads you down to the area with Fiona. Now the next part of the video, you have to decide, do you want to be use your herbalist garden in your garrison or not? Because the next part of this video involves getting the follower for the herbalism garden, or the herb garden, I guess you'd call it. So I recommend getting this if you're planning on using the herb garden. I repeat, only do this if you want that or you need experience, because these quests are a little boring, but they give you Fiona, She's a cool follower with the herbalism skill guaranteed. So I decided to just turn in the quest over here, but don't follow them. Just go down here and talk to Fiona next to her caravan here with the two fellas from the Eastern Plaguelands. Go into the cave here where the large boss, the flying saucer lady is, and kill enough enemies so you get the drops. You get the heart from the enemies lying on the floor there, and you also have to loot the flowers. And once you turn those in, you get the quest that is similar to the one in Sholazar Basin in Northrend, in which you have to follow her instructions by throwing the different ingredients into her cauldron there. So if she says something meaty, you throw the meat, something wriggly, you toss the vines there, something toxic, you throw the poison, and something glowing, you toss the one to the right there, the glowing moon orbs, flowers, thingies. Now you get lots of quests once you've done that. You don't get Fiona until you've done all of them. An additional quest down here to the left, you fly over them. It involves killing some mandragos. I can't see what they're called. Mandragoras, I guess. And this quest is easy to miss. It's up here next to the ledge. Involves killing, throwing some rocks at the flowers on the floor. You gotta take care of all of these. You get some experience. The quests are fairly easy. You have to slay some of the, pick some of the flowers, and slay some of the enemies, and interact with 3, or I guess 4 of these guys who were lost in the forest, captured by the Botani and paralyzed by their spores. And at the end here, we'll get another treasure as well and fight the boss here. And once you killed him, you can return to Fiona, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to return to Fiona with all... remember the beehive first, though. The beehive over here. Once you loot it, you'll attract all the bees around you. And you just AoE them down, and they'll be gone. Now we return to Fiona and turn that quest in. You get Fiona, and after that, you head over here. And this area is where you'll do the next part of the storyline. And the first part I usually do is to get the disguise from that girl and head up to this valley here. This area, this hut. You plant some bombs in each of the different areas that I show you in the video, and you'll be done. Talk to Irel and give her some supporting words, and she'll get pepped for battle. And you see, as you blow up the bombs, everyone will move there, and you're able to escape with Irel from the entire area by nuking the remaining enemies. And at the end here, you'll fight a big wolf, and you'll also fight some enemies that drop totems, which you have to destroy by shooting the totem or hitting them with a melee attack. They have like 1 health, while the buff they give involves an absorption shield, which you don't want to spend time killing. So almost at the end here, after we have done this quest, we are going to do one more story quest, which involves giving a potion to Velen. And this one is down here in the little marsh area, right beside the camp. And additionally, there is an area here that I didn't do on my Pandaren, but I'm going to show you do it anyway. I recommend doing it, I just forgot. So I returned and did it on my druid. It involves killing all these all these enemies in this area, which is an event, which gives you a lot of experience. And you also get some treasures right next to those rocks, and there's an additional quest that involves killing these enemies. You get so much experience here. As you can see, I got level there. I recommend highly that you do this event. There's also a treasure here up on this chart, this cart here, and yeah, this quest is phenomenal. This area is a source for experience. Even though it takes a while to do all the killing, I recommend you do it highly. And there I got stuck in combat, unfortunately. Turn that in. We're going to go back to our Pandaren, back in the area where we were supposed to get the things for the potion. You kill the enemies, you loot the frogs. There's a trick to loot the frogs. Just right click on them and then press escape. You'll instantly get the juice. You don't have to finish the cast. Look at that. You just right click them, start the cast, and then escape to stop the casting. Now there is actually a quest here that I forgot to pick up. I'll show you where it is later. It's fairly easy to miss because the quest giver is invisible, actually. It's in camouflage. She's a Rangari. And you also have to loot the mud parts on the floor as well, and a big lily inside this little tree. The quest that is easy to miss involves finding more stealth Rangari along the marsh here amongst the enemies. I spent a lot of time actually killing those, but as you can see here to the right of this tree on top of the rock, there she is. Easy to miss. And yeah, just find the stealth guys. Just have to find 5 of them though, luckily. You get some additional experience. That's an easy quest. And once you have done those, you need to find Velen. Velen isn't here anymore. He has went into the little coven up here above the waterfall, and inside the tree you talk to Velen. You drink the potion and you get a vision of the future in which the Iron Horde overwhelms the Temple of Karabor, and you have to defend the Velen and Yrel from the big orc. Once you kill him, try to avoid taking as much damage as I did, because these enemies, they're not important. Now you don't have to fight anymore. Just retreat to the top of the stairs and talk to Velen immediately if you're in trouble like me, and he'll just basically AoE everything down and get overwhelmed, and we all die. And you can skip that cutscene, and we are back. Now he has retreated down to the place where we were. Get that treasure there if you want to. It gives you XP. And now he's down here. Once you've completed both those quests, Yrel and Velen's quest, you'll get this messenger here on the griffin, and he'll send you back to your garrison. Now you can either return to your garrison right now and do that quest, or I would recommend you do this little treasure hunt here, which you fly down to the Shadowmoon temple area, Shadowmoon burial grounds, and there are tons of treasures here. It gives you lots of experience, and also one of those orbs which you can use. I'm going to explain those orbs later, but they are basically contained rested experience in boxes, so you can activate those once you reach level 99, and they will grant you lots and lots of experience, rested experience, boost bonus. It lasts you for some time. So now I'm just running around doing finding the different treasures. There are 1 in each of these rooms. And if you don't have the add-on for the treasures, I recommend you get that one. It's called I can't remember what it's called, but I can put that in the comments below, or in the the information box. And lastly, there is one of those up there at the top of the altar. When you return, you can upgrade your garrison to level 2, and here we go. Boom, level 2 garrison. Next off, we want to go to Gorgrond, and to get the quest for Gorgrond, you just, I'm going to put this in here, by the way, just so it starts building, because I want to upgrade it in later. You want to open your journal and start a quest for Spires of Arrak, and then the flight master will have a flight path to Gorgrond. I guess not Spires of Arrak, sorry. The dungeon journal, and get the Gorgrond quest. Accept the first quest from Yrel. Make sure you go around the tree to get the quest completed before you turn it in there. I usually go up here and release this guy first, and he'll have a quest. You might remember him from the events in the Tanaan invasion. Kill this NPC here, this boss character. Once you've done all of those quests, return to the wagon here, the drilling machine, and make sure you get talk to all of the there we go, level up, yeah, from the snakes there. Make sure you talk to all of the Rangari, stealth Rangari, just like the other quest, along the route, and then finally talk to Glidin at the base, and he'll be able to build you one of 2 different buildings. I usually choose to build the Highway Vale logging path. I'm not really sure what it's called, but yeah, you build that. Depending on which one you choose, you get different quests. I like these ones the best. You can get back to the place we left earlier, down by the red mushrooms. You get some quests from the Khan. He'll give you some quests to kill these enemies. They drop a quest item. Make sure you activate the quest item. If not, you won't be able to pursue this quest. The reason we're doing these quests is because we want one of those manuals for building the Garrison blueprints. So once you have done all of those, this next quest involves taking some mushrooms and killing some of these slumbering buffoons. Yeah, so once we've done this one, there are some big bosses in this area in Gorgrond, of which you get some items you can turn in at the High Vale Logging Pass or the Sparring Arena. And make sure you don't kill, like this guy, this fungal giant. Make sure you don't kill them until you've unlocked the building. Because I did that mistake the first time, because there is one up by the starting area in Gorgrond. And you get a quest item, but you don't get the quest item if you don't have the building unlocked. Now up here, there is 2 treasures. There's one treasure up there on the mushroom, and one here down by this cluster here. And this one is actually a battle pet, which you'll probably get lots of if you level many characters. And the other one is guarded by a Rylak in the little nest there. Usually he is currently gone on vacation. Down here you take a mushroom, kill some of the fungal giants, and after that we'll face off against the boss of this quest chain, which is actually the Khan, who has been possessed by the mushroom. And we kill the Khan. I almost die against him because I'm so weak. That's terrible. Next off, go up to the eastern part where we started and try to kill and do the event. The events, as I said, they're basically just kill quests, or basically a quest that activates once you reach a certain area, and they give you a large amount of experience. I mean, almost 100,000 if you're not using XP potions. If you're using XP potions, it's give you 300k, which is basically half a level. Make sure you don't pull the boss if you don't intend to. He is really dangerous. I tried to kill him here. I don't think I managed to, because my on the fungal giant I used the area cooldown, which is a shredder. But the way you kill him is to kill the small little spores there, and you get a speed and crit bonus. I think it's speed and crit, but I had too little health, so I had to go invisible and start again. Make sure you also keep up the accelerated learning potions, because you want them to be active all the time. I mean, all the time. Next off, we're going to head down here to the map. As you can see on the map here, we're going to do... There's one quest down by where Glirrin is, and there are some quests I turned in, the one from killing the fungal giant boss. Down here, we're going to do another event. These events are, of course, our main source of experience in Gorgrond. And you kill some of these hydras and destroy the eggs. There's also a treasure there and a boss that walks around the big hydra guy there. So make sure you kill all the eggs. There are 25 eggs, I think. It takes a while to kill them. And there we go. I think we leveled up. Yeah, as you can see, we also got a level there. I decided to go down here to Glirrin and make sure you pick up those quests from him. And there's also some quests down here, but I decided not to do those and actually return to this area where the giant ram vehicle is, and do those instead before we do the Glirrin quests. The Glirrin quests are not, mandatory for completing this area and getting the manual for the free Garrison schematics, but you get Glirrin as a follower, and you want some of these followers because they might save you a week of gathering a follower from your Frostwolf Inn or your Lunarfall Inn, basically. So here we kill some of these infected orcs, and we loot some of these enemies and get a quest, and also take the boss at the end. Once you've done all of these, you need to go into the area where all the Bloom Weavers are. These quests are all fairly similar. There are also some events you can do right now that gives you a lot of experience before you go do those. As you can see up here in the tree, there are some garrison resources you want to pick up and keep with you. There's also some gold in that little treasure right there. And up here we have a little bone that is hidden underneath this large cave thingy, and there's also treasure up here on the tower in the ogre area. Now, if you want to, you can do those events like the one there in the ogre area, but I find that it takes a lot of time, and I want to get to level 100 I'm going to get there eventually anyway by doing these quests, so I don't want to be overkill and get to level 100 before I'm done with all of them. But if you're in a hurry, do the events, by all means. But currently I'm focusing on the quests here. They are really easy. Kill a big green ogre on there, and burn the bodies, as the quest is called. Also kill the bloom weavers. Avoid killing the infected ones here. They aren't a quest target. There is some difficulty with actually once we're done with the quests, and there you get the next one, which involve killing the some of the guys up here, aqua weavers, I guess they're called, or something with aqua. You kill those, and afterwards there is some difficulty with getting the quest giver to actually come to you. So I usually just walk down the route from which we came, and he'll be coming up the ledge after us. Now, if you complete that quest, you get the last one, which involves killing the big elemental guy, and he's really easy, but he does like a suck-in ability, so it's easier for a melee character as opposed to a caster or a caster, I guess. And the last quest we do here is to gather some pollen from these little skitterers. I guess they're insects of some sort. If you want a full overview of all the events in Gorgrond, then watch my other video where I speed level and do the opposite of what I do in this video here, which is going through everything a little more thoroughly. Next off, we're going to do the event here, and this one involves freeing some of these birds, and also destroying the boss inside the cave here, and killing the remaining Saberon, as they're called. Now, sometimes there are other people doing these quests. Of course, the time of your leveling may vary a little. And there we go, level up. As you can see, the events are phenomenal for getting levels. This treasure here is not worth taking. It only gives you some experience, but this part is important. As you go towards the end here, up towards Frost Ridge, you will see a small path along the right wall there. And on the top of this little path is a follower. You want this follower because he is one of the best ones. This guy's name is Blook, and you have to fight him, and then you get him as a follower. And he'll have this special trait, which gives you increased chance of success regardless of terms. It'll just be a flat percentage increase of chance of completing Garrison missions, which is awesome. Now, once we're done with that, we go down here to the little dwarven area down south, further south in Gorgrond. And in here you kill some Gorin and get some ammunition that's left on the floor. And once you've done that, you have to turn in the quest at the bottom of the cave, next to where you loot the ancient artifact, right there. Now, Hansel Heavy Hands will come down, and he'll accept the quest turn-ins from you, and you get one more quest, which involves now everything will come down towards you in the cave. So you need to attack some of these enemies or just run out. And at the top, you'll see another enemy that's eerily similar to the one we fought earlier in Shadowmoon Valley. And this one is a little more difficult to fight, but he's fairly easy because you have Rangari Kalia and Irel fighting with you. So you turn in the quest to Irel, and you also get Rangari Kalia as Kayla, I guess she's called, as a follower. Now we're back at the place where we got the quest from Glirren. In this area, you need to kill the ancients to get some sap from them, and also this boss in the middle. And there is also a goal to obtain all the different spore sacks that are left around. They are yellow, like that one, or orange, I guess. And loot all of them and kill some ancients as well. And there you get saps from ancients. So there's 2 birds in 1 stone right there. And these quests are so quick, and you get a follower for free. So might as well do them, right? And once you're done, turn in the quest here down at Glirren and use the drill he has there to the right. Make sure you equip things, by the way. I almost forgot to change my gear, so I'm running around with the starting gear. Right click the drill, and you'll be teleported right back to the area. with the high pass logging camp. Now we get Glur in there. He has enchanting. That's unfortunate because we're going to get another follower with enchanting later on. But this is the last quest. I'm going to forward through the flight here. We go up to the Iron Docks, and this is the last quest of Gorgrond. It involves killing many waves of enemies, but simply by activating the ancient artifact, the artifact will kill everything for you. So just try to avoid aggro as much as possible, because if you aggro, you might die. I've died on this quest a lot of times. So yeah, you see my health drops really quickly. Make sure you also use the ancient artifact on cooldown, but make sure you time it before if you use it when there's no waves there isn't a purpose for using it, basically. So now we get the Gron here, who comes down. Try to nuke him down, be a basic support for the artifact and Irel. Now the final stage, the boss there, he will break the artifact so it no longer works. I recommend being careful here because those tanks do a lot of damage, so activate the Shredder if you choose the logging pass. And the logging hut thingy. And you can't fly away from here if you have flying mounts, so go down here to the flight path bird and fly down to the logging camp again. Turn that in. You get one of the outpost manuals, and I also get an epic upgrade. Now I'm back in the Hearthstone, back to the garrison again, because we're going to head to the next area, and that is Talador. So just open the dungeon journal again and start the quest to Talador. Now you need to talk to this guy again, and he won't fly there. Why not? Because the Talador quests actually start up here next to the guy outside your basic garrison main building. Then you'll get the option to fly to Talador. And once you're there, I usually pick the Rin's artillery tower instead of the mage wizard tower, because you can, depending on which one you choose, you get different events and different quests. And this one, the Rin's artillery tower, sends you on a quest into this Gorgrond cave, which involves you sapping some Gorons and killing some nodes and looting some iridium from the walls here. Whilst the mage tower involves going to Sangara and assisting basically a mage in cleaning out the area. If you chose the wizard tower, the event will be in this cave, and the opposite is true with the event in Zangara. And I like to do the event in Zangara a lot more, so I just go to Zangara afterwards and do the event there. So basically this quest inside the cave takes a while, but the event does as well. So either way, we get I recommend going up this little cleft up to the right of the entrance, because at the top there is a lot of iridium. I guess it's called iridium, isn't it? Yeah, along the walls, which is the thing that is the hardest to get. Once you're done with the quest, I just cut there to once we're out again. Make sure you turn in the quest to Miel, and she will give you additional, the last quest you actually do to get the schematic in this area. But before we do that, we want to do the gather some of these treasures up here. There's also an event we can do, which involves killing some shredders and looting some lumber. Here is a garrison treasure, a garrison resource treasure, and I do the event in the other video I have posted. Just click that and take a look at this. We get treasure here, and remember to do this quest here. Talk to Am, he's right there next to the hut, and then kill the guy inside the hut. And once you do that, you actually get, he dies, but he'll spawn back at your garrison, and you'll be able to get him as a follower. And he always has enchanting, which is going to be great if you want to spend your time getting money by disenchanting stuff and spending garrison resources at the trading post to buy Draenic dust. I'm now going to head up north here, and there's the Septia and the boots, which I immediately throw out because they're a toy. And there's also the drunk guy down in the cave, which gives you some groggy treasure. And yeah, there we go, ding, another level. So we're getting up there. At the top here, you get a fishing string, I think. Or is it lure? I'm not sure. You put it on your fishing rod, and you'll get better fishing skill permanently on that rod. So that's great. And this event is so cool, so easy. You just kill all these shamblers and one giant, and you get so much experience so easily. One of the best events in the game for experience and time. And that's what we're here for, right? So, yeah. And there we found the fungal giant, kill him, and we get 108k experience. Wonderful. Next up, we're going to head down along the eastern edge of Talador, get 2 of these treasures on top, and then we get an event down by the fire here. This event involves you killing the ancient that is burning, the tree guy, and it involves calming the little tigers that are running around by simply right-clicking them, and you can stay mounted while doing so. So here we go. And there's also a treasure there, a sword, in the middle of the fire field. Once you've done that, you also get 108k experience, which is awesome. Underneath the bridge here, there is a little coin that is hard to spot, but there is a treasure right there. Easy to miss that one. And there's also a treasure out on the little island here, but this one is not worth getting at all. I think you can sell it for like 30 gold, but it doesn't give experience. If you're going to be a tailor, I recommend doing the quest you get from one of the NPCs to the left and right there. They will give you a follower with tailoring. This quest involves killing these 2 guardians ghosts here. Remember to interrupt the one to the right because she heals. You get one of the, at least the best bodyguard follower there, either Illona or Vivian. I guess that's Vivian, right? For Horde. Next up, you're gonna go down here to Mial and do finishing the last quest in the area by blowing up these catapults, and then you gotta stay here at the edge. And you have to use the rope to get this quest completed. If you're chose the mage, you're gonna use a portal to get through to the other side. These quests are so simple. You need to kill some ogres for the different weapons that Mial needs, and you also need to take on the little crates there with ammunition or weapons or something. Weapon crates, I guess there are. If you're using the mage tower, you need to go for the psychic energy. I almost said the magic energy orbs next to the elementals there to the left. There is the drop rates for the weapons is variable. Sometimes you do this quest really quickly, other times you don't. There are 3 ogres you need to kill inside each of these big houses, and in the last house there is a treasure, a mace or something. And once you've done all the 3 guys, all the quests here, you'll get the last quest, which involves killing the big boss. And just remember, if you got the parachute, you use the parachute once you use the special ability. And don't forget to use your zone ability. Like here, I could use barrage. If I did that earlier, he would be dead already. So don't forget your area ability, which is the one in the middle of the top screen. And once you're done with him, you'll get an instant teleport back to the base once you turn the quest into Mial. And once we're back at the ruined artillery tower, you get Mial as a follower, and she's epic with scavenger and epic mount, which is awesome. We also get the building schematic. Currently, our splash blade is 3 hours, which is nice. So we are on par. 1 hour 30 minutes to go, right? Heading down to Skedis. Get the starting quest from the first bird, the first Arakoa down at the entrance to the valley, and then start doing the first quest here in this area. The reason we're doing this is because Iskar, I guess, is it Iskar? No, Iskar is the boss. This guy is one of the other guys. He'll teach you archaeology, which I don't have because I just started this character. And you need archaeology to get some of the treasures. That treasure doesn't give experience, by the way, the one in the cave there. but the treasures some require you to have archaeology. Okay, so next off, we're gonna go here and deliver the quest, and we get the archaeology from this guy, from Rashad. His name is, I guess that's what it's called. Okay, so the treasures up here require archaeology, as I said, and you get one of those up there and additional down here. And there are also some potions you get from the different huts that you can use at certain locations to get some superior weapons, and that are great for transmogging. And you don't get experience from looting those superior items, but you get them, of course. There we go, another level. And we are approaching the 100 mark soon. One thing we're gonna do, since we're above level 97, is to do the Salvage Yard quests. We're not gonna do the other quests in this zone. There are some important items we need to get in certain areas here, but we're gonna do the Salvage Yard missions down by the Goblin area. So I usually take like a lap around the different edges of the entire map here. Make sure you go underneath the bridge once you loot the bomb up top at the treasure next to the orc. So you avoid fall damage at all, and get the items without taking too much damage. The important item to get in this place is important if you're going to be using the herb garden. As I said, since we got Fiona, this is a good combination with Fiona, and that is a mining pick, which we'll get down by the Admiral Taylor's garrison. But first off, we're gonna head down to the eastern part of the areas to get one of these. There's one of the like figurines there that don't give much experience but give a lot of gold once you sell them, and there is also some potions and some another one of those elixirs, and there's also some stuff down in the water and along the edges. Lots of treasures. Basically doing this, gathering all the treasures takes about 15 minutes, so if you have an experience potion, you might want to do this here and use the rapid potion elixir of rapid mind on these the treasure hunting. I would recommend using them on the events in Gorgrond, but that's just my opinion. Here's the Lord of the Ring reference, getting the treasure. And you also get those gifts to the Raven Mother, or what they're called. And those give you the rested bonus experience, as I told you earlier, that you should activate once you're level 99, because then you get a certain percentage increase in rested bonus experience, which will double your experience as long as you have that on your character. This quest involve burning some of these pods down in the marsh and killing the local wildlife, which we enjoy always doing in World of Warcraft, and activate the shredder thingies that are some sort of goblin machinery, always looking sharp and of top quality. Once you're done with these, you get some more quests. These are really important because you get the Salvage Yard, which in turns grants you you get green boxes, salvage boxes from doing sending out your followers to do garrison missions. So they basically give you lots and lots of green items, which will be extremely valuable once we get the wardrobe function in Legion. Next summer. Okay, so or this summer, I guess it's called. So this quest involves killing the insects flying around and resting up the different goblins that are lying around on the floor or on the ground here. And we talk and deliver those quests, and now we get the most troublesome quests. I recommend getting that, and you might also want to go down out in the ocean here. Get this one if you have some sort of swimming speed increase, because it takes a lot of time to actually dive down to the bottom of the ocean there. But it's easy with the flying mount. I mean, before we had flying mounts, that took a lot of time. Releasing this goblin, he'll just stand there and talk a lot, and then he'll drop some resources for you. But you don't get experience from that, so you might as well skip that goblin garrison giver. There's a treasure in there, and you have to blow up these shredders to get some of these gears. And also you have to kill the these annoying enemies. I hate killing these sludges because if you don't kill them quickly enough, they will separate into two, and you have to kill double the amount. And there's usually only the first one you kill that actually has some loot drops which you need for the quest. So they are basically oil that has spawned because of the goblin excavations. So you have to use a sort of a potion on the last goblin there, and you'll get that quest done by simply activating the potion on the goblin. This quest involves putting some bombs at different places. Up inside this house here, there is a treasure which involves you jumping on top of these ledges here and simply opening this chest. Very easy to miss that one. This quest involves you getting enemies down to about 25%, 30%, and use the potion you have in your quest next to the quest log, and you basically cure the goblins from sort of a craze they're inflicted by. So once you've done all of that, you do the last quest down here for the Salvage Yard. And this one involves killing some of these slumberers along the edge of the mire here, along the coast. And you don't have to kill more than 6, I think. And once you're done with that, you gotta... I decided to sell some stuff because my bag was getting full, so I need to clean up. Luckily, I had the yak with me, traveler's yak. Turn in all the quests, and then you return to the male goblin, and he'll give you sort of a detonator that you activate, and then you get out in the airplane. Now I'm going to cut ahead to once we reach back to the goblin place that I always forget the name of. Talk to Kimsey Pinchwhistle, and you get her as a follower, and she always has engineering. If you want to have an engineer, she's an easy follower to get. I remembered to get this last elixir there for a shadow sight, so I could get this little sword there, which is a magic sword, I think. Looks really cool, and get some more sacrifice stuff for the Raven Mother. These are basically clustered along the main ridge in the middle of Spires of Arrak, and yeah, just remember to check your map and make sure you get all the treasures in the different areas. There are some treasures that I skip, and I do these on purpose because they require some additional effort to do. Here is the mining pick, by the way, which will increase it will decrease the time it takes for you to actually mine nodes in Warlords of Draenor, and it stacks with if you have the mining skill, you'll do mining even quicker than if you have just do the mining with the pick in your garrison. You don't have to have it equipped; you can just have it in your bag. We also get one item for herbalism as well in Nagrand, which I'm going to show you how to get as well. This method, by the way, of leveling is the one I usually employ. I'm usually level 100 or at least 99 by now. Now I'm just 98 and a half. Probably because I skipped some of the events in Shadowmoon Valley. Now we're going to Nagrand, and we're going to get some of the initial treasures. And also remember to start the quest here. The wreckage sometimes takes a while for it to spawn, and you can easily miss the intro quest for Nagrand. So, or is it Nagrand? I guess Nagrand. And you can go up here along the eastern ridge to get some treasures. Usually these are skippable because you don't actually need to do them unless you are severely underleveled like I am. I usually go to Nagrand once I'm level 99. Make sure you get that item, by the way. That's Abugar's something for his fishing rod. That's one important item because you need 3 of them to get a follower. We're gonna get his 3 parts of his fishing rod, which you'll give to him, and he'll be really happy. Now in here we are going to get the important equivalent to the mining pick, which is the the petal grasp gloves, which are some leather gloves that you can just keep in your inventory next to your mining pick if you're going to use herbalism. This one will increase your gathering speed. It will decrease your gathering speed. I always make that mistake. And it'll make sure you gather your stuff as quickly as possible. We're gonna head down to the main base in Nagrand. If you are Horde, you will do the opposite quests. That one is just along the ledge there, once next to the place where you got the thing for Arbogard's pole. So this place, I decided to actually do the first quest here, and you turn that into this this fella here. I guess that's Thalen, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's Thalen. Remember him? Yeah, we were with him in the start of the video. You get a shuttle up here to the ledge. Previously, you have to use like a rope there to get down, like the one we used with Mial in Talador. You get some quests from this Draenor, who is captured by the Warsong orcs up here in the village. You need to kill some of these and make sure that the children and the mother is safe. I guess there are two of them to the right inside the house there. And you also need to get his hammer. And there's Hansel Heavy Hands. Remember him? He was in Gorgrond as well. And Tanaan intro. And there's his hammer, and there is the last guy, and he was dead, unfortunately. And we get a treasure up here, which is always nice to have. Had some enemies left because there are some other people here killing the orcs. So the quest will take a little bit longer to finish. Next quest involves killing the boss and loot the big aura stone in the middle. I had some trouble with the mobs there, but yeah. Make sure you go down here to the ledge and get the fishing rod. This will get you... we have 2 pieces for the entire puzzle to get the follower, which is nice. Gonna show you where you get the last one as well. Once you turn that quest in and talk to Thalen, you will be able to get to... I got to 99, and now I'm using all the rested experience bonus. As you can see down here, I am already up to over halfway there with rested experience, which will be awesome. I'm going to log off now to get some more rested experience. This footage is actually from some days later. As you can see, it's light outside and bright, and I have fully gotten my rested experience up. And once you complete that quest and get I got the tank building, you will actually get the outpost manual. The last one. Now we have 3. We have 2 comprehensive ones and 1 regular one. We got the regular one in Talador and 2 comprehensive ones in Gorgrond and here. Now we talk to this guy who is called Lantresor the Blade, and you might remember him from the Burning Crusade. He's in the same area, and I usually get his blade. You have to get his blade for him, and you have to kill some of these enemies, and you have to kill one of the bosses. His blade is usually located in one of the big houses to the, I guess it's south of the building he is in, the big house, and to the right inside the treasure chest to the right in that building. There's usually the place where I found the, there we go. Usually find the blade for him, or I guess it's the banner he needs. And once you've done that, you get a quest from him inside the cave. This quest, by the way, is to actually unlock him as a follower, and he'll always have the mining ability. So if you're planning to use your Garrison mine, use him to get some added bonus when you are using the turning in the coarse rocks for the additional loot. This quest is fairly simple. You just have to keep killing the waves of enemies. I have help from this guy who just suddenly spawned in. After that, you don't get attacked by enemies when you run outside. You don't have to turn in the quest to Lantresor. You just go back to the base where we got the tank building now. Once you've done that, you will basically be able to unlock him as a follower. Now remember, we actually need to to do some stuff after we ding level 100 as well, and I'm gonna show you that in the next video. For now, we're going to pick up some of these items. You see, I'm almost at level 100 now. About one fourth left, and we turn those quests in right down here, almost topping the level edge of the leveling bar. Here we have Lantresor joining us. He didn't get upgraded, unfortunately, just a good follower. Not superior or epic. I decided to go down here because there are some great places to find the garrison resources along the edge of Urshigun, and especially outside on these little edges, these islands in the ocean. And there we go, level 100. Finally, let's see how long that took us. That took us 4 hours and 10 minutes. So it's actually not 4.5 hours, 4 hours, 10 minutes. The next part of this video series will be about getting the gear we need to start raiding and to get the remaining followers that we have already started getting. So click the annotation right on the middle of the screen and start watching that video. Thank you guys for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. See you guys next time.